This episode we're reviewing Rapturepalooza starring Craig Robinson and Anna Kendrick with Sam/Mitch from Freaks and Geeks and Waiting.
Hey Stream Nation! Welcome back to Screening on Streaming, the show where we tell you all about your favorite movies and series that are now available for your favorite streaming or portable device.
This episode, our film is Rapturepalooza, stars Craig Robinson, Anna Kendrick, and the kid who played Sam in Freaks and Geeks. He was also Mitch in the movie Waiting, which I did like. This movie is a comedy. It is about the rapture. So the rapture takes place at the beginning of the film. A lot of people, a lot of devout Christians are sucked into heaven while the rest of the population is just kind of stuck there wondering what just happened. And over time, a great deal of comedy, in my opinion, ensues. I really liked the Rapturepalooza, and I thought the whole movie was funny. I thought it was a lot of good fun.
Actually, the opening scene when they were at the bowling alley and all these clothes start falling down, that actually was funny. I'll give it that. That was funny because it was.
It looked good. It was well done.
Yeah, that was done. That was done pretty well. With that part of the movie. Rapturepalooza, in my, Rapturepalooza was. I'm not gonna say it's a home run. For me, it was more of a, a double maybe. It was funny. It had its moments. I personally really dug Craig Robinson in this movie, and I'll be honest with you. Before this movie, I really didn't get to see Craig Robinson shine that much outside of Hot Tub Time Machine, maybe. And I know he's in The Office and blah 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 in other movies, but what I'm saying is, like this particular movie, he had a large amount of screen time, and with the large amount of screen time, the writers, or maybe he was ad-libbing some of it, enabled him to throw some pretty hilarious one-liners in there. I'd be dying, okay? He says some pretty funny stuff in that movie. And keep in mind, it's coming out of his character who's supposed to be the Antichrist.
Yeah.
So he goes there with really funny dialogue. Okay?
Don't watch this with the kids.
Don't watch it with the kids. No.
It's not kid friendly.
It's not kid friendly at all. So, but it's a very funny movie, and I like Craig Robinson. I liked Mitch's dad,
Rob
Corddry. And of course, I liked Anna Kendrick. I like you, Anna Kendrick. You're right now. You're in my good space. As far as like everything that you've done that I've seen. I haven't seen everything you've done. It's been very.
We're fans.
Yeah, we're fans. We're yeah. So, with that being said,
that sounds gross. After. Never mind.
Never mind. We're not fans anymore. No.
We like you. I liked Rapturepalooza. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I've seen it a couple of times already. And they didn't need to fix that movie. It's a great movie.
One time viewing for me. Oh, Mitch, aka Sam, you sucked in this movie. I like you, dude. You were funny as Sam. You were funny as Mitch. You were. It's not the writing, okay? Something about you I didn't like about this movie.
That's really good, bro.
Maybe because I want Anna Kendrick for myself.
That's weird. You did a good job, bro. I got you next time. I'm
John something, right?
No, but
Daly? John Daly?
No, absolutely not. That's a
whole other
sure. Yes.
Okay, John.
I like
3 letters, 3 words in your name. Sorry about that. Let's go. This is gonna be an interesting show now. Woo!
Our show this episode, we're reviewing the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. It's a new comedy series streaming on Netflix, starring Ellie Kemper, Jane Krakowski, Titus Burgess, and Carol Kane. It's about a girl who, when she was about 15 years old, was abducted along with 4 other girls. They were convinced that the world had ended on the surface, and they were kept underground in a bunker by one weird man played by John Hamm.
Kimmy Schmidt. This story is to me, this series is very interesting. I've only seen about 4 episodes, but whatever. I think that gives me enough right to talk about it. It's a very interesting show. That's, to me, is not like your regular comedy show. So I honestly think that Netflix hit it out the park with this one. There's very, very, very solid writing, and what I mean is comedic writing, okay? It's very funny. There's some situations in there that are set up where at some point I was like, come on, this is kind of stupid. But as I was thinking that, a line came out of the character's mouth that made sense and made it funny, it made me laugh. So honestly, Tina Fey, good job on this. I'm actually usually not a fan of yours, Tina.
I am.
He is, but I didn't like 30 Rock. I'm sorry. No, you're good on Saturday Night Live, but whatever, doesn't matter, we're talking about that. So, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, definitely check this out, you guys. If you guys are into comedy shows or female character driven, because there are at least 3 female women, well, females are always women, that drive this show. You got Carol Kane, you've got Ellie Kemper, who plays Kimmy, and Jake Krakowski. So you've got them that are major characters. They have major screen time.
They're
very funny comedy show. I honestly did not like a couple things though. Okay, and sorry, I don't like this whole bubble world where only this certain amount of group of people are interacting with this certain amount of group of people. I think that's hokey and BS, to be honest with you, because it doesn't work that way in my reality. Okay, so that being said, that's the only negative that I could give. So for me, I'd have to just chalk off points for that. Okay, so the reality that they said, and some of it is like, you have to assume that every character, let me rephrase that Kimmy herself is very, very stupid. Very stupid. That's got to be edited out.
Yeah.
Very, very. You got to assume by just watching this show, you just got to just assume that Kimmy's very stupid. Okay. If you take that into your own, absorb that in your consciousness, then you should accept the rest of the stuff that happens in the show. But it's funny.
I don't think that's going to be hard to beat. It is established early on that she is undereducated, and she's literally been in a hole for the last 15 years. This is a dumb adult. So that's not hard to accept. It wasn't hard for me.
I love the references though, back to the 90s. Those are the early 2000s, late 90s. Those are some funny references.
Yeah, they did take every opportunity to
throw those in there.
Yeah,
and they were good.
There's a lot of good comedy. It's a good, funny show. It's pretty well put together. The cast they're properly in place. I would say everybody's selling their character. And I watched the whole season. I binge watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I watched it, I think, in like 2 or 3 days. I thought it was pretty good. I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch the second season should they have one. And I think, like Percy said, Tina Fey knocked it out the park. Or he might have credited Netflix, but they just went ahead and took something that they should have taken. So, good job all around. I like the show. Check out Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah. So what that means basically is this is kind of a weird thing. I haven't seen all of it, but I'm giving it a recommendation. And
yeah, and I saw the whole thing, and I'm saying go ahead, check it out. It's entertaining.
So you should watch it. So
if you have the time, you can fill your time with The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. You won't. I don't think you'll be mad at me if you watch some of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. You might be, but I'm okay with that.
Didn't like the gay guy.
Not at all.
Sorry, didn't like him. He's a major character.
I don't mind gay people, the gay lifestyle, any of that stuff at all.
Like him.
This dude, I didn't like. See, I judge and rank actors and characters. So I didn't like this one. It didn't have anything to do with him being gay.
This particular.
Maybe he didn't sell it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he just didn't sell it. It was too. It was hokey.
It was a bit over the top. I think some of that was intentional, and that I don't know who to blame for that.
It just seemed unnecessary to me.
That's make your own opinion up about that.
But still, recommend the show, right?
Yeah.
Still recommend the show. Solid recommendation for me. I haven't seen all of the show. I've seen about 4 episodes. And he saw the whole series, so that tells you right now we know what we're talking about. we should say behind you. If you like comedy, you'll like the show.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is funny.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Sure.
Also, the intro is like a vine, and it's catchy. it's a lot of fun. It's playing in my head right now. Check it out. It's an interesting show. It's a lot of fun, and they made few, if any, mistakes in the production and presentation of the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I'm a fan. I like it.
All right. My final thoughts on Rapturepalooza was it's a watchable movie. It's funny. Go ahead and watch it. It just has some parts that I found kind of hokey, but overall, good movie. Great dialogue from Craig Robinson and even Anna Kendrick. Their interaction actually I really enjoyed. Okay. Gotta give you what about you for
Rapture?
Rapture.
I'm a big fan of Rapturepalooza. I really like the movie. It's I hate to give anything away. It's hard to talk about it without giving much of the film away. But I do hope that everybody goes and checks it out. It's a good fun time. It's a very, very funny movie. There's just not enough out about it. It's underrated. It was entirely unadvertised, and I ended up being a big fan of it. I don't always expect to be a big fan of things that I have to find on my own, but this was a good movie. Rapturepalooza is very good.
And for this week's series, we reviewed the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Final thoughts for me are Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, definitely solid comedy, funny series. It did have a couple of minor issues for me to make it like a complete 100% go watch this now type of deal. But still, with that being said, go give it a chance, give it a shot if you have time and check it out. I think you would definitely think it's funny. Definitely.
Ouch. I like the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I binge watched it in 2 days, and it was worth my time, I guess, probably especially because of the show. But it's all funny. It's all good. It's a very, very good show. I'm glad that they made it. I was just happy to find it and to have come across it and had the time to watch it. If you get the time, check out the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. It's on Netflix.
Hey Streamer Nation, welcome back to Streaming on Screaming.